What's going on, guys? So, this is my daughter's playhouse. Well, will be playhouse. We're in the process of building it. So, you picked up some OSB. We're going to deck the roof today. Now, what we're going to do here is we're doing all the rough framing outside, but eventually it's going to be inside. Um, so, we're doing all the framing outside, kind of getting it all roughed in, and then we'll take it back apart after we deck the roof. Get that on so it kind of holds the roof together and everything, it gets everything where I need it. So I'll deck the roof. We'll take the roof off, take the walls off, and carry it inside piece by piece. Um, and then we'll just reassemble it. So let's talk about the final product and my vision for it. So I'm still kind of undecided on the finish for the roof. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do with the finish yet, but the outside is gonna get siding. We're probably gonna do blue siding, I think. Skyline picked out a blue siding. She really likes the dark blue. It's going to have siding corners. So it's going to have siding corners, siding. It's going to have windows. So the windows are, well, let me give you a little walk around. There's the windows. On the left and the right sides of the playhouse, they're 24 by 24 windows. Just have little vinyl sliders in there. Here's the door opening. And it's kind of obvious what that is. But it's all on that back wall. So there's the windows, the door, the back wall. We're going to put a little loft in the back there. So we have to put backers in and build the loft, but we can't necessarily do that until we take it inside and final frame it. Because it'll pretty much, the loft was going to go from the back wall to all the way along the back there. So it'll be final screwed together. And we can't do that. I mean, we can frame the loft, but we can't screw it in together until it's inside. So I'm not sure on the roof. We did get, check this out. I don't know. Almost nicked the power line. Black drip edge. Isn't that pretty cool? It's the same price as the white. So we're going to get this installed today too. So we'll have the black drip edge. We're going to have black fascia. It's probably going to be shingled, to be completely honest. It's probably going to be shingled. It's the siding. The inside's going to be drywalled and completely finished on the inside. We're going to run electrical in it. We're going to put a charger, like a USB charge port. It'll be in the wall above the loft. So if she's laying there playing on her tablet, and I mean, you know how kids are on their tablets. So she'll have a charger in there. We're going to have a light hanging from the ceiling pretty much. The ceiling, I just plan to leave bare. I don't plan on finishing the inside of the ceiling. So that'll be that. But everything else is going to be completely finished. And we are running electrical, so I'm going to wire that, get all that wired in. And for the flooring, well, she said she wants carpet. So we got to find some carpet. But this is my daughter's 5x5 playhouse. So stay tuned. We're going to start building. I'm going to throw up some OSB and get it tacked up there, cut down, and get the roof decked today. And the drip edge on. Let's get it. Now, if you ever find yourself working alone and you just really ain't feeling holding up a whole piece of OSB up there, what you can do is get you a little dummy board. Kind of put it right there somewhere. Just enough to hold it up there. Make sure your nail gun's on. You got a nail in it. Just shoot you a little tack. You don't really got to go to town and nail it crazy, but it'll hold your OSB up there. Hopefully. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw a whole sheet up there, and then I'll just pencil out the hips, and then I'll cut it out because I really don't feel like doing all that marking out, measuring, all that extra stuff. You guys really want to watch me do that? No. mean, I'm probably going to time lapse a lot of this when I'm not talking around my mouth, but I don't feel like taking that extra time and measuring or marking all that stuff out. So I'm just going to throw it up there, pencil it, chalk line it, something, buzz her down. Looks like it might be getting ready to rain. So we might be fighting that today too. I'm not quite sure. But let's get it. Oop, there goes that. Well, that didn't make much of a difference at all, because my piece fell. Came loose. So right now, we're just going to temporarily nail it on there, and then I'll go through and screw it down once we get it all cut up. Well, that ain't too bad. We'll finish marking out the cut. You ever get a little nervous before you cut something? But I sure do. It's like, surprise! Your marks were wrong. Some people are just stupider than hell. But whatever. I think we're going to go back through and remark that line, cut her again. I think I'm going to pause it this time, so I'm going to have to cut all that audio out. Oh, the mic's right there. And that skill saw is going to be kind of loud, so I'm going to go through and cut that out. So you guys ain't got to listen to all that. So we got two sides done. This side and this side's done. And if I just would have laid the pieces of OSB on the ground, measured everything out, and zipped them with a skill saw, it would have been a whole lot faster than throwing them up there and trying to find my marks, because I've had to go back through and recut stuff down. And it's been a little frustrating. But I'll tell you what, it's coming along real nice. It's coming along real nice. But then I also went back through and kind of realized I didn't tell you about the plan for the door. So Dad gave me the idea to picture frame it, but to do two smaller doors instead of one big door that's going to hit, one wall or the other. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take some real nice 1x4s, like not construction grade lumber, but like like pine maybe, something real nice. And so we're just going to lay all the 1x4s kind of flat like, and then we're going to picture frame both sides, and then do some hinges on the inside here so the doors will fold open, fold in. So we're just gonna do two small doors. I think it'll look a lot nicer. Have some nice handles on the outside there, but it ain't gonna be nothing that locks. Cause guys, I don't know if you ever dealt with some mischievous 4.5-year-olds, but I'm not gonna let her have a place or build her something that she can run in here and lock herself into. You have a good old butt whooping. Cause let me tell you something. 4-year-olds can be mischievous, especially my daughter and her best friend Paisley. See, not too long ago, they were getting into some trouble, no good, at their Nana's house. And see, what had happened was they ran into the bathroom and locked themselves in the bathroom to get out of a good old butt whooping. Now, see, Skyland's Nana, she'd never hit her. She'd never punish her. I mean, she does get on her. She raises her voice at her when she's in the wrong. But she could never lay a hand on that child. She couldn't do it. Just telling her no breaks her fragile old little heart. But I'll tell you what. Now she's probably gonna come over here and punch me because I just called her old. But you know what? That's just what it is. That's just how it is. But so anyway, I'm gonna move the camera around to the inside of the garage so you guys can get a view of the stew on the other side. But it's turning out all right. It's turning out all right. You know what I could really go for right now? You guessed it, an ice cold Mountain Dew. Welcome, friends, to the inside of my garage. So now what we're gonna do? We're gonna get this side done up. And then, you know what we're going to do next? You guessed it, the other side. Isn't that crazy? Now, we got a little bit of cleaning up to do, but, sometimes you should clean along the way because it really makes the process at the end of the job just that much easier. But, you know what I'm not going to do? Clean up along the way. That's just how it is sometimes. So I need to find, there's my hammer. Oh, got a nail sticking up right here. Alright, now I think what we're going to do, we're going to blow this off. Oh, whoa, Nelly. Got her. Oh, How's this for a blower? There's absolutely 0 point in that. So I'm going to make a whole lot bigger of a mess. So, grab this other side, grab my block, my pin nailer. Oh! Wait, this one came in handy on the last time. It actually worked like I needed it to. So where I went wrong, I didn't shoot it into a stud. I shot it into nothing. But if you shoot it into a stud, it holds up pretty nice. So we're going to leave this on, grab my piece. I'll be madder than hell, I tell you what. If I'm shooting this whole segment and I realize my mic shut off again, so I better say, hold on a minute. Alright, green light. You know what they say. What do they say about green lights? I don't know. I don't know nothing about green lights or green flags. The only thing I chase is red flags, apparently. That's all I've ever dealt with. Damn red flag after red flag. I must be colorblind because that shit looked green to me. Oh. Hit the garage there, sonny. Oh. Oh, get up there, buddy. There we go. You know what they say. No, buddy, I don't know what they say. I'm kind of stupid. I really am, to be quite honest with you. Look, this fascia board's a little low, apparently. That really is just a wee bit low. It should be a little bit higher. But, you know what? Yeah. Excuse me. Amazon. Yeah. Shout out to Dad. Setting my fascia board too, little buddy. You know what? If this was a house, I'd have to tear it back apart. Because guess what, buddy? That ain't gonna work. But it's not an actual house. So it'll be alright. But you know what? Yeah, that's what they say about them framers. I tell you what. They say them framers are really the only crew that ain't really held accountable for their actions. Because they're allowed to put out just junk framing. And you know who's got to make up for it? The people that do the final. Like the final trim. You know? Those guys are the ones that's got to deal with all the framers' mistakes. But you know what part of the problem is here? Not only am I the final like trim and final finish, I was also the framer. Look. Well, unfortunately you do have that on them big jobs. That's just I got a little PTSD, so I gotta make sure my mic's still good. Make sure it's still on. Now where did my circular saw get to, brother? You guys see my circular saw? It's probably right in front of my face, to be completely honest with you. Oh, it's right here. You guys couldn't have told me it was right here? Oh, you probably can't even see it either. There you go. Alright, there's that. Where to put my... Now, where did my, there's my battery. So I'm going to get to the point when I'm doing this that I'm not going to be able to put my step stool in there and get my mark anymore. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. But I tell you what, it's just going to be what it is. But yeah, even like little stuff like this, I really do put my all into it and try to make everything the absolute best I can. Because that's just who I am. I try to do everything that I do with the absolute best that I can do. So, what I'm going to do now, oh, let me get in the picture probably. Do now is I'm going to shut my mic off. I'm going to buzz this guy down. And let's keep it rolling. But the skill saw is loud. I'm going to have to edit that out. And the last part was running the skill saw. So I'm going to edit that out. I'm going to make my marks, get her cut down. And let's get it, my boy. Yeah, buddy. She's coming along. Getting the roof decked. Got the black drip edge. Well, guys, I really need to pay more attention. I've been out here slaving my life away, getting this thing done. And I come around to check, and guess what? My phone died. What kind of content creator am I if I ain't paying attention to little things like my phone being fully charged? Well, so I come around to check, see it was dead, so I plugged it in, finished the rest of it. I just came to give you guys a little update, check everything, and well, I messed up. So the roof is done for the most part. I'll give you guys a little walk around here in just a second on it. I got the black. The speed limit on this road is 30 mile an hour. Please tell me you saw that. A is doing at least 60. But anyway, so I went to bend the corner of the strip edge, and I didn't like the way it turned out. And so I bought two 12-foot pieces, and that should have been more than enough. But I didn't like it, so I cut it off, and I'm gonna have to go buy another piece tomorrow. They're only like $8 for a 12-foot piece, so I'm not too worried about it. But there's a couple spots that I just really like. They kind of kinked a little bit, and I really don't like it. I mean, I know it's just a kid's playhouse, but I'm trying to do my best. And I'm really not that good at doing like roofing metal or like drip edge, but you do your best. So I'll give you guys a walk around. The roof is fully decked. There's like a foot piece of drip edge that I'm gonna go buy a whole 12-foot piece just to fix a little spot. But there, like I said, there is another spot that I might go over and redo. So I got a big mess to clean up. I'm not going to show you guys that. But I'll give you guys a walk around on the Playhouse. So this is where we are. It's all decked. So here's that spot. I mean, I went to make this bend, and I didn't like how it looked. See, kind of gouged. I ran the skill saw down it a little bit because I didn't have it flush. It was hanging past a little bit, and you really want your OSB either flush or a little bit up from the fascia when you're putting your decking on. But I kind of messed up a little bit. I'll take fault for that. But I mean, the rest of it turned out okay. I mean, it's not terrible, but this side looks okay. It's not too bad. The corner's all right here. It's not perfect, but I'm not a roofing guy that has to be good at it. There's the front with the door. I don't really like this corner either, so I might redo this one. This is the only corner that I cut instead of bending it. And I don't, like, I was kind of just playing around with different techniques on every corner. And I don't really like how this turned out either. I mean, it covers for the most part, but I think by the time I stick the fascia in there, it's going to pull it up. So I'm probably going to cut out, like, I'll use like a 2-foot piece, or just cut here and change this whole piece, maybe. Like, cut, like, in the middle or something, just to redo that corner, because I don't really like how that corner turned out either. So I might redo that side. There's a kink, like, right here. I think you guys can see it. That happened because I grabbed it the wrong way. Like, I grabbed it like right at the edge, and this stuff's real flimsy, so it kind of just it kinked right there. I mean, I can probably work it out, like tap it with like a rubber mallet or something. It might be able to work out. But this is really the only corner that turned out decent, I guess. Like, there's no major gap on either side. Like, the fascia, when I put the fascia on, it'll kind of fill that, so I'm not too worried about that side. But there is like a little bit right there. But this side's all right. Like, it's not terrible. I mean, it is just a playhouse for my daughter, so it doesn't have to be. It's not like I'm building, a $200,000 house for a client or something. But still, I want it to look good. That's kind of my whole thing, really. Because I just want it to look good. I want it to be something that my daughter can look back on and be proud of. But the only thing that's going to matter to me at the end of the day is that she likes it, and I think she's absolutely going to love it. I had a spare piece of drip edge down here I was kind of playing around with, just trying certain things. But you really had to bend it to get it to fit on because it's such a steep pitch. But there it is, guys. The roof is, well, not done, but as done as it's going to get for now until I run in the morning and get another piece of drip edge. I think that's going to about do it for this video. I mean, I don't think I'm going to record fixing this little piece. But, so now what we're going to do, well, what I'm going to do, because I'm the only one out here doing this. But what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna fix this last piece of drip edge tomorrow. And Tyler's going to be here tomorrow. So what we're going to do is I'm going to completely unscrew the roof, like, from the playhouse. I'm going to take it off and we're going to put it on, like, blocks or something, so we don't pinch our fingers. And then I'll start taking apart the walls. I'll take the walls, I'll unscrew the walls from each other and the floor. Nothing is, like, final screwed. So, like, don't, like, when you walk around, you can see, like, the gaps or something. But, like, the walls aren't perfectly squared either. So that's all going to be final done. But so I'm gonna have him help me take the roof off because now that I've decked it and everything, it's going to be a lot heavier. I'm gonna have him help me take the roof off, and I'm gonna take the walls off, and then I'm kind of just gonna write out, like, mark what goes where essentially, and get measurements. So I have to measure my measurements from the fascia, or off the walls to the fascia, so I know what I need to set the roof at when I set it back on in the house. But that'll be the next step. Is we're gonna unscrew the roof. I just screwed the roof through to the rafters from the top plate. So I screwed from the bottom. So I'll be able to take those screws out and we'll be able to lift the roof off the house and then unscrew it. And then I'm going to clean a spot inside. I have an idea where I want to put the house. So there's that same car again. Look, the speed limit is 60 or 30 mile an hour on this road. Made me lose train of thought, to be honest with you. I'm not as focused today because I ain't had a nice cold Mountain Dew today. It's kind of throwing off my whole little. It feeds all the little gremlins running around in my head. It makes me a better person. Yeah, to be completely honest, I really lost train of thought where I was going with this. But the next video is gonna be putting it back together inside the house. That'll be the next video I do. So we'll put it back together inside the house, and then we'll do the electrical. That'll, I think it's gonna be like a couple part video. But the next video we'll put it back together in the house. We'll run the electrical, and then we'll drywall it. And that should be probably 45-minute, hour-long video maybe. and then we'll drywall it, and then I'll do a video on the mudding and finishing it, and then I'll have Skylin help me paint it. Once I'll have her pick a color for paint, and then we'll go get some paint, and we'll paint the inside. And then we do have to get the windows, so I've got to get the windows, and then we'll put the windows in and trim it and order the siding. Got to do all that, but that's in for videos to come in the future. So this was a little bit of a long video, I'm sure. So I really appreciate you guys sticking along and watching the adventure that we're going on building my daughter her dream playhouse. Thanks for watching. Peace.